I like it. Wiping them down for the niggas, that's the way I like. I get this type of feel you ain't accustomed to.
What it do, Lollipop Gang? We back with another video. So anyways, what we doing today is we are cooking stewed turkey wings and mixed vegetables. Sometimes I use fresh vegetables and sometimes I use canned vegetables. It depends on what mood I'm in and how much time I got. Either way, they're both good. So the first thing I do is I soak my meat with water and vinegar. You guys didn't see that part because I forgot to record that part. But as you can see, I'm pouring that out now. And then when I'm done with that, I rinse the meat off again. I make sure the meat is really, really clean. So you could get this from your local meat market or wherever you live. I'm in Fort Lauderdale, so we have a meat store that has very good quality of meat. So when I get my turkey wings, I get them chopped in either 2 or 3, depending on how big they are. So that way they're not so bulky. That way the kids will eat them, because turkey wings are big. When the kids see those big wings, they won't eat it. But if you chop it up, your kids will eat it. And the way I cook it, they're going to eat it anyway because it's good. But anyways, like I said, we're going to rinse this meat off. Drain that real quick. Anyways, gonna wash our hands. I wash my hands a lot when I'm cooking. I can't help it. It's a thing. It's a good thing. So I already chopped up my onion and my bell pepper. As you can see, those are some of the seasonings that I use. You can use your own seasoning, but what I use is, I don't know, is this a adobo? I call it adobo. I could be saying it wrong. I always use complete seasoning. I always use garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. You know, those are your base seasonings. You have to have those. Mostly everything I cook, you're going to have those seasonings, right? So then, you know, you got to have your gravy packets. I would get onion gravy. I would get brown gravy. You could use either or, but I use both. So then, the next, we're going to season the meat to your liking. It looks like a lot of seasoning, but this is a very big pot. I don't know if the camera is showing how big this pot really is, but this is a huge pot. So you're gonna just season the meat because you're gonna saute the meat first. So you season that meat real good. It looks like a lot of seasoning, but trust me, it's not. When you put that water in there, that seasoning gonna go away. And if you're gonna cook it like I cook it, you got to follow directions, baby, so that thing can be falling off the bone and good. We're gonna season that up, get that going. The onion powder. Always put your butter in there. When I saute anything, my meat especially, I always saute with butter. Some people use oil, but butter has a different taste. That is why I use butter. Now we're going to drop the vegetables in there. Like I said, that is a green pepper and onion. Sometimes I would use a green pepper, well, bell pepper, and a red bell pepper and a yellow bell pepper. Those are my 3 peppers that I always use. I always use those 3 colors, and sometimes the orange. But the lighter the color gets, the sweeter the pepper. So if you want like a sweet bite to it, you would put the yellow one and the orange one in there. to sweeten up like the juice of the turkey wings. So you're gonna mix that around. You're gonna brown it. You're not gonna brown it a lot, but you're gonna get it nice and brown. You're gonna put the stove on high when you're doing this. And you gotta make sure you keep moving it around. Oh, I wish y'all could smell it. But anyways, but you keep sauteing it. Make sure you're mixing it up really good. Try to get all the meat covered when you're mixing it. And just keep mixing, keep mixing. I don't really want to speed up the video. I want you guys to enjoy it as I'm cooking it. I cut a lot of it out so I can cut some of the time out. But, you know, I want y'all to see what I'm actually doing. See how it's browning? You don't want to get it too brown, but you do want to coat it. Coat it as much as you can. I wish y'all could smell this. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. And I would say this is one of the kids' favorite dish, but they like all my food, so I can't really single it out. Especially my grandson. He goes crazy about this. Yeah, Grandma, you gonna cook the chicken wings? I say the turkey wings. It don't matter, just cook it. He always want more. It's never enough. He always want more. Okay, you see that butter? Oh my God, I wish I could smell this. It smells so good. Keep on. Yep. Season that really good. Now we're gonna fill our pot up. I don't really measure anything. So all pots and cups have like a dummy line. That's what my brother called it. You kind of like can visually see where water should stop in a pot. Me, anytime I'm boiling any type of meat, I make sure I put a lot of water in there because that's going to cook down. And you don't want to keep adding water because it's going to take away the flavor. So you don't want to do that. So see, that's a line. If you look in your pots, each pot has it's like an invisible line. You can see, if you're a cooker, you'll know what I'm talking about. So people that can cook, they know what I'm talking about. It's like a line there. It's doesn't really have a marking, but you know, if you know, you know. So we're gonna re-season it, like I said, because once you put that water in there, I wish I cooked with measurements, but I don't, guys. I cook like my grandma. You know, we eyeball and taste everything. So I can't tell you how much seasoning to use. But you pretty much, when you know how to cook, you know when to stop. And trust me, that pot looks small, but it's the camera. That's a big pot. Make sure you put that pepper in there. Trust me, that pepper matter. If you cook that without that pepper, you'll know the difference. Gonna stir that around really good. Get it all up and through there. All up and through there. Get it all up in there. See, that done came to a boil. Look how much water gone out of there. See, that's what I was telling you. That's why you fill that pot up, because that water, when that food get to cooking, it's gonna cook down, baby. So now we're gonna add, well, we already added. I have sliced potatoes and string beans I put in there, right? It's so good. You're also gonna add carrots, right? The carrots They get soft, so that's the last thing I put in there. And you're gonna put your gravy mixes in. Usually people would make their gravy separate, but if you want that gravy to get in the meat, just do it the way I tell you now. You hear me? You gonna sing the song the way I tell you, Anime. In my Ike Turner voice. You do what I tell you. Or you gonna mess up the pot. We ain't messing up the pot. Gonna cook it the way I tell you. I'm just kidding, y'all. But anyway, so you're gonna mix that round after you put your gravy in. Listen, the way I tell people meat is done, because like I said, I didn't give you guys a time, but this meal, if you cook it the right way, it's gonna take you 2 to 3 hours, because you're not gonna fast cook this if you want it to taste right. See how I'm putting them carrots in there last? Because the carrots will soften up. So you want them to have like a little, not a crunch, but because they're not fresh, they're not going to have a crunch, but you'll know the texture. You don't want them mushy. They're just like potatoes. People don't know that, but if you get carrots out the can, now you could put carrots that are fresh in there before you put the potatoes in, but if they come out that can, you put those carrots in last. It's a big difference. But y'all, this smells so good and it's so delicious. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the recipe, guys.